Hello everyone, Alien Volt here, and I am playing the Dead Linger. The Dead Linger is an early access game in early alpha stages, offered on Steam as a community-based project to fund and support through development. The game is very comparable to DayZ, other than the fact that the zombies attack in hordes rather than, a couple here and there. This is a brand new update. It's the Alpha Build 14 Eye Candy Saga, where they've just upgraded the environment. So you've got more realistic looking grass and trees, and I have to say they did a pretty decent job with it. It's not bad. I do feel a little laggy right now. I'm only getting 30, 20 frames per second, running on a pretty high-end system with an NVIDIA GTX 780. That guy appeared out of nowhere because he wasn't right next to me. 780 Ti is what I have. That's what I'm utilizing. It's one of the top cards that are offered at the current time. And that animation for that dog looks horrible. But in retrospect, the environment looked that bad last patch. Now this was supposed to be like 180% improvement in performance over the last build. I would have hated to try to play the last build, because right now I feel this build is pretty much unplayable. I mean, look at that. I'm dropping down into the teens for my FPS right now. On my system with my card, this shouldn't happen. And I'm running 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's not like it's a RAM issue. There's no memory issue here outside of just really poor game optimization, even for an alpha build. Look at the number of the zombies. I don't care what weapon you have, it would be impossible to fight that many zombies. You'd run out of ammunition. There are just way too many of them. And they're padding way too close to each other. Another dog out of nowhere. The attack animation or damage animations are really horrible. And it looks like that's it. I'm dead. Now, I read a lot of reviews about this game. There were some negatives and there were positives. A lot of people had good things to say about it. I think people's expectations for this game are really high. They really want this to be one of the best zombie survival horror games in an open world environment to date. They really want it to come out and just be the game. Not saying the developers can't accomplish that, but in the current state that it's in right now, considering the fact that they've been working on this for a year, and this is an build number 14, or at least they've been working on it for about a year. From the dates that I've seen, I saw dates in 2013, so maybe it's been closer to 7 or 8 months. I'm not exactly sure on that. But the point being is that they've released this build a long time ago, at least not the build, but the alpha, and it's still not really playable. I mean, outside of running away. And when you respawn, apparently you don't even have your hammer the second time. So, you have nothing. Not enough time to fight one. They all move in. The animation is too slow. Hey, a town. Now, honestly, I have to say that before I go off on a tangent about how poor I think this alpha build is, especially when you compare it to something like DayZ that's still in an alpha phase as well, and it's very playable. The animations look fantastic, and you know, you don't have nearly this many bugs, and performance is definitely not an issue like this. Now, I understand that this is a crowd-funded project, and you're going to have issues with it because they're still designing the game, but if you're going to release a build that's supposed to be playable, it needs to be playable. Make it smaller scale, you know, and maybe possibly open it up the world environment a little bit at a time as your system can support it. Do testing. I mean, this is definitely, in my opinion, the wrong way to handle it. I mean, you're looking at something right now running on a high-end machine that really looks like shit, and it plays like shit. Now, I hope they continue to improve this game. I hope it actually turns out to be what everyone hopes it does, because I would love to play it at that point. I have no idea where that cut me off. The whole world environment just reloaded on me. So apparently when you move so far, it has to reload almost like a new map. That really needs to be fixed, because you can't expect to play that, especially in a multiplayer environment. I mean, yeah, pretty shady. The fences are definitely way too high. That's not realistic. I mean, this should be like a 3-foot fence, not a fence that's towering above me. I don't know where in the world they have fences that look like that. Maybe they do. I don't know. Alright, I glitched right through the door. Well, they have a bicycle. I wonder how riding one is. Yeah, I don't know what systems they tested their videos out on. They said they had medium systems, and they seem to be running a little bit better than this. Maybe on low graphics it would perform a little bit better. Well, apparently knocking them out is not exactly easy. A pet rock. Do I get to beat him over the head with this? 12 gauge rounds. Now if I can just find a shotgun. Not that I really think it'll make much of a difference, because outside of unlimited ammunition, which these boxes I'm sure are not, you're not going to be able to really fight against these hordes. Well, the rock works pretty good, even with its happy face. Now this is one of the features that I really think is cool about the game, if it actually implements it correctly and is playable in the future, is that you can actually barricade houses and areas to keep the zombies out. And they break into areas that you're currently at. As you can tell right now, they're beating on the doors. They'll actually be able to get in here. Now the problem is that they come in with hordes and there's no way to kill them all off, so unless you can escape by running, fleeing away, you're pretty much just going to die. Now even at 40 something frame rates that I'm getting here, it feels very choppy, and I know they're having a lot of performance issues, but supposedly this one gives them a 180% increase over the last one. I would not want to have played the last one at all. I mean, if it played 180% worse than this, I don't see how it was playable. Now the houses, for the animations at least, this looks like it could have been like a new housing development. It doesn't look bad. The problem is nothing is appearing in the foreground as early as it should, and textures are still popping in as you're walking up on them, not to mention the fact that there's no driveways, so you're driving up to your home on grass. Alright, I'm wearing a football helmet. I'm completely naked, running around with a happy pet rock, wearing a football helmet. Inventory space is obviously an issue. So it looked like from, great, I've locked myself in. And they've already gotten through the door, so it doesn't take them very long to actually come in, it looks like. Although he glitched up the stairs. Well, I don't think my Happy Rock's doing so well now. It was a little bit too many blows for me. I don't know what that was. I'll have to check it out. I'm hoping it's closed since I'm running around naked. Naked with a helmet and sneakers. At least I can run faster, right? Die already. I'm beating you in the head with a rock. Yeah. Buggy at the very least. That must be my body way over there from my first death. This game has a lot of potential. I mean, this is something that could actually turn into a very cool game. They have a good concept behind it, but right now it's just something that isn't even close to being what I would call playable. Alright, so I got some canned chicken and some 7.62 times 39 rounds, which would be something for like an SKS. How's this guy up here already? The doors are all closed in the house. Alright, I'm getting rid of Happy Rock because he wasn't doing too good. It wasn't making me happy. Yeah, the new character builds that they bring in will definitely be a huge improvement because these guys look horrible. They look very low polygon. I mean, this character model realistically looks like something more from like 1999. Alright, well, it looks like it's getting dark on me. The good thing is you can outrun them fairly easily. The bad thing is no matter where you try to hide, they get into. I imagine you're probably going to have to scavenge for materials. I mean, you get a hammer, but where are the nails? Do they require you to have nails to board up the windows and doors? Or is it just going to be wood? A lot of questions that I'm probably not going to get to in this actual review here. Alright, so chopping down a tree is fairly easy. Let's find out how many of these logs I can carry. Well, apparently just the one, and then one in my hand that are magically floating in front of me. Let's see if I can board up a door. We'll just test it out here. Well, that's doing nothing. There's no scroll for an option to actually board up. Maybe if I try putting a log in my hand. I barely escaped that without dying. Well, it looks like I have an arrow in it already, I hope anyways. Let's try it out. Nope. Reload doesn't work. Well, that was useless. A lot of work, a lot of work. I have to say that right now, visually and playability wise, this game is pretty much shit. It's something I would actually be a little bit irritated at paying $1 for this right now, let alone even though I got it on 40% off for $12. It's too bad Steam doesn't have a money-back guarantee like Origin has, because they definitely wouldn't allow shit games to be sold if they did. I don't even show the crossbow anywhere on my possession. I wonder if that's the main problem. That it's glitched out and somehow it's no longer in my bags or on me, even though I see it. And that looks like the problem because I definitely don't have it on me right now. So my only real weapon I've lost. Well, that definitely works better for melee. A lot nicer. That actually makes combat a little bit better and more useful. I was hitting more than one, at least if they were close enough to me. Problem is that there are so many on you like that, they're attacking at slightly different intervals, and you're probably going to end up getting hit if there's too many around you. Alright, looks like I got some body armor, so I should be able to take more hits. The concept of this game actually isn't bad. If they can actually follow through with what they're trying to do with this game and make it playable, this could be a very good game. So I can see why the people that are excited about it are actually excited. But right now I can't see funding a game that's not really playable. Alright, so apparently you have to have exactly the space in your bags to carry things. You can't carry anything on your back like you can in DayZ for weapons. So if you don't actually have room on your back, you're pretty much screwed. Okay, so you can't reload and walk. Well, the animations for reloading and firing definitely need some work, but at least they go down if you hit them in the head. If you hit them in the body, it looks like it's not very effective. What is the deal with this fence design? Well, this looks like a store that's apparently been cleaned out. There's a plunger. It would be fun to beat zombies with a plunger. Now can the zombies climb? Because they shouldn't be able to. Come on. So this might be the areas that you actually have to find for nighttime and safety. Something that you can get up here. Unless they can actually get up here, and then I guess this is useless. Ooh, look at this. A scope. Alright, so they apparently can't get up here, which is a good thing. So if you were playing this game, this would be what you would need to find in order to survive. I don't know how you would get down with a horde of them down there, but this is what you would have to do. Build some type of fortification on top of a roof somewhere that they couldn't climb up to. Well, I saw blood splattering when I was firing, but apparently I wasn't hitting him in the head. Alright, so the Dead Linger. This looks like this is it. And if you consider this playable, this is something you would want to play at this state, then by all means support the game. Otherwise, I would highly recommend waiting until they have playable versions of the game out, and I'll keep you posted as to when that is. Until next time.